Hello everyone, this is Daniel. Would you rather have this or a stack of these? That's the question. Today we're going to talk about these sets again. I bought a bunch of these and we're going to talk about them. We're going to look at them a little bit. I'm going to show you a few ads, and also if you like sets like these, what's your alternative? How to get them cheaper. I want to thank Mike, who's a viewer. He sent me a bunch of clippings from ads from magazines and newspapers. If you talk to your postman or go to the post office and ask the carriers how many of the elderly receive some of these magazines and some of these publications, literally that's where the bulk of these go. So I just, like I said, my videos talk about this a lot, and I do want to warn everybody about pricing. But the thing of it is, we're going to go into a little more depth in it. I want to talk about it a little bit more because I'm not saying that these sets are bad. The coins aren't bad and things like that. It's the pricing. It's how they're marketed and things like that. That's where the problem's at. So I don't want people to misunderstand. But we're going to look at several of them. I got a bunch of them here. But first, there's something that I forgot to show everybody, and I wanted to. And this is kind of like a really nice little coin that I bought. And what they call this, for those of you who do not know, this is a draped bust, 1807 obviously, and it's a quarter. But they call this a draped bust. It's an earlier draped bust. You don't see these very often raw coming in the shop. Honestly, the coin itself, for me, it needs to be graded and protected. And see, this is one of those instances where I prefer to have the coin graded. I like raw coins, but I love graded coins too. That's just me. For whatever reason, graded coins are it takes a lot of the guesswork out for pricing. No, not all of them are graded correctly. I get that. All these coins and holders, and I know. But bottom line is that this coin I want to send off. I want to have it graded. So anyways, getting back to some of these sets here, what I want to show you, I got one that's similar to what's being sold in some of these ads. Let's say something like this here. Now, a lot of times when you buy these, they come from these companies, and there is a reflection on them. So I'm not going to take them apart yet. Is what they do is they put in something that is cleaned or replated, like that steel penny. It's still sent right there. It is plated, okay? The Buffalo looks like it's original. The Mercury dime, it looks like it's been cleaned, but it's retoned, okay? And that's what they typically do. So I guess in one sense, let's say this. They take coins that would typically be melted or trashed, and they put them in these sets. Okay, well, that's a good thing. Okay, or they clean them up themselves. You don't ever know. People tend to be more attracted to bright white coins. So that's one reason why they do this. They will tone up sometimes because the cardboard does have chemicals in it and it can react to it. Sometimes they're not stored properly. I bought these all in one collection. Somebody had bought all of these. Now, I guess the thing is with me is if you buy these aftermarket, let's say at a flea market or from a dealer, if they're selling them, you're probably going to do okay on pricing. You're probably okay to buy that. But where the problem comes in is when you have a company like this, and what they're selling here is 1940s golden years of the silver Mercury dime. 5 coins is what you're getting, okay? And they're all from the 1940s, and they're going to be in this little holder here. I'll show you. You can see the holder down here at the bottom. Get the focus in. And what's really important is what's down here in the corner. 5 payments each, only $5.99. $5.99. Think about it. $6. What's 5 times 6? $30 for this. And you're getting 5 coins. Even if you bought them for $2 a piece, which is a little high for common date Mercury dimes, especially in the 40s, you're only paying $10. This is 6 times what they should be selling for. Actually, a little more than that. But what I'm saying is this is what they do. They put words in here like the golden years of silver Mercury dimes. They appeal to the wartime generation memories and things like that. And this is Comes in a magazine. I'm not sure which one it was. And then you have another one over here that has a private deal number 2, and this one has first year 1916, and then the last year 1945, and it comes in one of these holders here, and it has 5 payments each of $4.99. Okay, just because it comes in this holder, this is what I'm talking about. This is marketing. Okay, that's what this is. To me, the pricing is way off. It's very high for these kind of coins. So then on the other side, a lot of people have asked me about AACGS. Well, AACGS is not a grading company that actually accepts submissions, at least not that I'm aware of. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I do know that they do grade coins, and they don't seem to be overgrading coins. I mean, when I buy coins in their holders, they seem to be all right. But the problem is that you've got this one coin in the holder, and if you look down at the bottom there, like we're looking at, you've got, it's kind of hard to read it, I think, 5 payments each of only $10.99. So basically you're buying a 1942, an extra fine 40, and you're going to pay $55. You know, I mean, you can go to any coin shop and you can buy, you know, and I don't know what shipping is here, but you can go to a coin shop and you can buy one for $8, $10 max. I mean, extra fine 40. I mean, I know there's some might even go for 12, but I mean, even that. So when I tell you about these, you know, it's not that it's bad because they're in a holder or they're bad coins because they're cleaned or whatever. That's up to you. Yeah, but I buy these a lot. You know, this one here is okay, but typically the steel cents are replated to make them look nice. This one here, you know, the coins in it are cleaned, and you can see where they don't have that patina for a circulated coin. That's the thing. You can see the discoloration here where it was replated. So you're buying problem coins, which is okay if you like it. If you like this set and you think it's a great gift for a grandkid or a loved one, that's no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But when you're paying, you know, 5 or 6 payments of $5.99, $4.99, $10.99, whatever it is that they have these deals on, you're way overpaying for something, and you know you'll never realize any semblance of that value for the coin unless silver would go to 100, which I'm not even getting into that conversation. Here's another one, and all these coins here got a little bit of issues and damage, but here's another set. You know, you'll see them a lot in these magazines. I just don't buy them from the magazines. If you want to buy these, you know, buy them from a dealer that sells them. I typically crack all these coins out. I sell them in the rolls or whatever. This is a set, and it's kind of hard to see because it's got a little bit of stuff on it there. But these coins aren't clean. They're what you typically find low grade coins. A lot of times the holders need polished up a little bit. They use that slab renew on them. Here's another one that I think I had something similar. The coins are okay. The steel cents been plated, but other than that, I mean, they're original looking coins. But still yet, the pricing on these, because they're in this holder and marketed the way they are, you're going to pay way too much for them. But you'll see this stuff a lot. They're just all kinds of fancy holders, and all it is cardboard that's printed on. You know, you can see the cardboard there, and they punch out the holes. And, you know, like I said, they're cool, I guess. I mean, if you want to teach a kid, you know, buy a kid something like this, a grandkid or whatever, or your nephew or niece, or you can show them the difference of mints and things like that, and that can teach them so that they learn. But as long as you know what you're buying and you are enjoying buying this stuff, okay, these aren't rare just because they're in a holder, though. That's another thing. But that's the key here. Don't buy from the companies in these magazines, okay? Please share this so that other people don't do this. If you can actually, well, I'll tell you this. You can order holders like this. You can make up your own sets, buy coins off of dealers, and put them together, and you'll pay a lot less making the sets up yourself. I can show you places like JP's Corners, who I order from, Wizard Coin Supply. I order from Alco here in Ohio. They literally make holders, and of course you can buy them in bulk and sell them wholesale. But you can buy these holders and put your own coins in them that you bought far cheaper, instead of, getting yourself involved in buying these off of these companies and paying them payments and getting your credit card on file and they're charging your credit card and they're sending you stuff. Basically, they railroad you into buying and keep buying, until you've got so much of this stuff that you got receipts, and then you end up leaving it to your family, and they don't know nothing about it. They think that you was buying some art. They think it's probably worth a bunch of money because it's in a special holder. These don't come from the U.S. Mint. Some people come in here and don't even know that. They don't even know that they didn't come from the mint. So then my other point was showing you the Drake bust quarter at the beginning, the 1807, was that if you bought this stack right here and you were paying $5.99, 5 payments of $5.99, or 6 payments, or whatever it is, this stack right here, you'd have more money in this than you would have in my Drake bust quarter right here. And I can tell you something, I would rather have this than all of these. So wisdom in buying is the rule of thumb for me. So what I want to say is share this video with your collector family member. Let them see this and stay away from those magazines. Get the word out when you can. If you're going to a nursing home, seriously, tell your grandpa or your grandma, tell your aunt, your uncle, your mom, or your dad, or whoever introduce them to this. Let them see, what's going on here. If you go to their house and visit them, say hi to them, and make sure they're not doing this kind of stuff. Check in on them. Okay? So, thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.